Before upgrading the direct drive extruder, you need to print the specialized fan bracket for direct extruder. In this video, we will install the Aquarius extruder on the Lerdge-iX. Firstly, disassemble the original bowden extruder. Loosen the screws. Remove the motor and unplug the cable of filament sensor. Be careful not to pull the cable directly when unplug the cable. Avoid damaging the connector of cable. You should pinch the connector of the cable. Then unplug the feed tube. Take out handle and spring of extruder. Be careful not to let the spring fly when you take it out. Then remove the extrusion wheel on the motor shaft. Put the motor and extruder body back together. To continue using the feature of filament runout detection on the bowden extruder, note that the cable of the axis motor is no longer connected to the extruder motor. Connect the cable of filament detection sensor. Pull the cable of the axis motor to the front of the plate. Next, disassemble the fan on the print head. The removed screws can be placed on the magnetic plate of the hotbed to avoid losing. Loosen the tie that fixes the harness on the fan bracket. Go to the back and remove the 3 screws on the slider that hold the fan bracket in place. After removing the belt fixing block, you can see the 2 screws below. The fan bracket can now be removed. Compared with the fan bracket of the bowden extruder, the new fan bracket increases the fixing holes of the direct extruder. First, install the Aquarius extruder on the fan bracket. Plug in the motor cable of the extruder. Pull the motor cable from the inside of the fan bracket to the front through the notch on the fan bracket. Loosen the screw that fixes the connector of the feeding tube on the heat sink of the print head. Remove the feed tube and connector. Insert the fan bracket into the print head from top to bottom. Appropriately loosen the 2 screws fixing the heating sink. But don't let the heating sink come off. Make the heating sink have a certain range of activities, which facilitates fitting the feed tube of the direct extruder into the hole of the heat sink. Retighten the screws of the heating sink. Fix the heating sink. And properly lock the screw in the middle. Thread the cable of motor of direct extruder through the braided tube. Reinstall the fan on the fan bracket. Tighten the fixing screws of the fan bracket. Then install the belt fixing block and adjust the tightness of X-axis belt. Reattach the printhead harness to the fan bracket and install the front turbo fan. Connect the motor cable of the extruder to the cable with a E label and fix the wiring harness. Finally, insert the feeding tube. After the upgrade, save the remaining accessories for future use. You are done.